it working? Oh my gosh. Okay, I think so. Back to me talking to myself again. Oops. Turn off my phone. I just want to finish this case today. So let's go. Wait. No, let's go back. Okay. I'm gonna save. And let's go back. So our first part took around 2 hours and 38 minutes in game. So we were actually faster. I spent 2 hours for part 1. So we're back in the Supreme Court of Judicature. Defendants in Chamber 5. Okay. Hey buddy! Excellent work! In this game, that was superb. Thank you. My heart was in my mouth for the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. Thank you, bud. Real supporting. It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. I know. Forget it. It was terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we're exposed to your phantom lady at last. I already forgot her name. Oh, here. Miss Giselle Brett, a student from Great Britain, is she? That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are the one thing I'm sure of. I mean, yeah, if you have eyeballs, I guess. Yeah, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Since our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Do you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was just on my way out of the restaurant myself. Then, on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor, and just after I bent down and picked it up, bang! I didn't have the time to think where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking at his whitest sheet, and he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking, but I detected. He apprehended his suspect without a moment delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I had no idea what happened outside of the dining area. Ah, there you are. Well done, both of you. Hey! I forgot your name. Professor Mikotoba. Well, it seems I was right. Purple Fluff. The pair of you makes an outstanding team. I know, we're partners for best bud. You exceed my expectations, I have to say. Yes, you seem to plan this from the start. You arranged things so I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy, our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young star overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference, lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste anyone's time by going to study overseas anyways. Best bud, partner! What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well, Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. What do you mean? I can change? I can change my lawyer now? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in the restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. Me too. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, you said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't you? I don't remember. If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMass, and it was I who invited him. Ooh. Oh, I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, we're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Actually, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. A gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to squash the case. I have no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight, right to the last. Yes, we will. That's about it. Thank you. Bye. Well then. Oh yeah, I need to run in there at the university at once. There's something we might need. Hey, of course. Good luck. Katsuma-sama. Defendant Naruhoto. Oh no. Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. Here we go, partner. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Oh. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before those old fossils know what hit them. Yes, buddy. What? Thank you. Really? What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believe me, then I'm fairly sure I'd already been found guilty by now. Yeah, probably. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer, and as a friend. That's fine. Coming from you, that means a lot. That's fine. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to pick up on the stream of stolen abroad. Yes, the kind of true friend he is. Please don't, friend. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we win up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Let's do it! Alright then. I'll save the thank you for after the trial. I will make you steak. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume cafeteria. What is that? With an extra large portion, of course. Yes. The court hereby resumed the trial of me, yes. Prosecutor Ouchie, have you managed to subpoena the... Yes. Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a setting young stripling, the prosecutor is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry. That the government... That's your job. It's not something to worry about, bro. It is highly unlikely that a good relation we forge with the Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. We still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down our nation's founders. Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about when you speak. What do you mean? As a Anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Isn't this what our nation's justice system is? Is this a superior court of Japan or of England? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! You jumped up, rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing! Nothing of the situation our nation found itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. People have never been more critical. Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures. Politics. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student, and one who could arguably study harder too. You and me, man. But standing here now, in our Supreme Court, there is one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Well said, despite the well-eyed look of terror. You little brats! Thank you, Consul. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the prisons of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The murderer, the visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Giselle Brett. Yes. Your Excellency! Well, as some rich international students, I see. Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and for such a distant land. Tea! Someone bring English tea. In England, no discussion takes place without tea. Is that true? No idea. So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court? Of course. I have been working undercover as a head waiter at La Carte. Yes, we know all about you already. Inspector Hoso, what are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today, you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're short of. Oh yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, you can't miss a girl like that. Yet your description of this amazing sight was simply a woman. Sorry, Miss Steve. All the power of observation aside, your power of description are sorely lacking. Bro, don't say. So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah. I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but... What? Yeah. The lady says her name is Giselle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student, currently enrolled in Human University's medical faculty. Oh my! What a rare treat to hear the dulcet tone of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as hummingbird's song. As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You've obviously been finding England, Kazuma. Her English doesn't matter you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention to your English lessons. Have we? The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. 3 days ago, at a restaurant called La Carnival, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there as the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? He said, yes. This could take some time. So even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She said she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Of course, of course. Interesting. And you're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind to cast your eyes over this photograph print? Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be you, your respected eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? Oh, she's gonna say it's me. Apparently, it was a very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes, it will appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused standing right there in this courtroom shot the victim in cold blood. Everyone's screaming me. Order! Order in court! Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Kill her! Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described. Let's go! Music! I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak. After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Liar! Then, not long afterward, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. Of course, of course. This is a condemned...
Yes!
No? No, I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Calm
down, man. Quiet, you filthy wrench. Come on, Archie. Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. And look at all this... Oh, come on. I'm sure even a dark man is scroll like you can imagine whose word the crowd is going to believe. You're still making the same mistake, Milski. You just took a break and I forgot everything. You mustn't blurt out while you're scolding like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statement from the lady and the two witnesses who testified before and report back to the bureau. Of course, all the testimony. They're so believable, man. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. Sure. The testimonies of the two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Yes, you tell them, Kazuma. Well, even so, on the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. Change your clothes, it's been 3 days! As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could connect the she could put it anywhere. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in her outfit. Man. Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have a hidden weapon to be shot, it can be anywhere. fit my outfit. I had nowhere to hide the gun. They have a big skirt. Yeah, the witness onward on the matter. That's ridiculous. If only I was allowed to. Oh, no. Don't think about doing anything rash in this game. But I didn't fire the gun. I picked it up. It was the dumbest thing I ever did in my life. There must have been another gun there that day. You're right about that. Which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we still need to pull her testimony apart. Ah. Oh no. The defense may now cross-examine. Okay. Oh, yes. Yes, Your Excellency. Let's go. Oh, is she gonna do the same thing? Oh no. I have arranged to meet at the president.
Yes!
After 2 p.m., in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it?
Objection!
You didn't keep up with the latest fashion from Britain, did you? Late luncheons are in vogue, isn't that right? No. A decisive English no had quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first. Yes, which I can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier. That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes. That would make perfect sense. Such wonderful logic! What a shining example of English intelligence and fine gentleman woman is. So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next? The professor was unable to eat. Okay.
Yes!
We're gonna press everything. He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he just had a tuition from the HavE clinic, correct? That's right. You're supposed to actually check his fitness before answering. True. Was Miss Brett aware of the fact? They seem so, yes. She'd heard from the professor was gonna have some dental treatment. So that would mean... Wait a second. What is the seating arrangement? It was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. The print you have there showed the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying event. Exactly. Dear me, what a horrid experience! To have traveled to a distant land on the far side of the world and be embroiled with such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrifying plight. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all. That's right, other than some carbonated water. Do I press now? Do I should? Because... Can I? Oh, I can only examine that. Just water? Yes, the professor was unable to eat, but he has been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diner toasted at lunch was a glass of water each. They each was a glass of carbonated water. Yet there was only one glass! What do you think, Minuski, about the witness' last statement? It is very meaningful. Oh my god. The last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, huh? Miss Wright. Yes, Kazuma, tell him. The defense calls for the witness' last statement to be formally added to the testimony. well such that it counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to the official testimony. Gladly, she said. That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm going to remember that one. Yes. Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. A lot. I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that. Yes, Kazuma. I ordered a beef steak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water. Should I present now?
Yes!
Yes. That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of the print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That's correct, lady says. Well, it's odd, very odd. Just calm down. Me? What's odd is the defense inability to express itself. Yeah, that's true. What is it about the pen that looks odd to you? Well, obviously, it's a... No! Look, cheers. Miss Brett just told us... Wait. True. Oh, okay. Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. You're quite right, Consul. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over okay, whatever. What possible difference does the presence or absence of a glass make on the claim?
Objection!
Oh god, you say? Could it be that the detective here removed the glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you going to try to tell me you can clink with only 1? You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table. Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table. What? It was also terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she said. Good gracious! Sorry. Women. There, as I assured the court before, there is no consequence at all. Oh, please. We must remember that the student had just murdered the lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who can blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray? Where did you put the glass in? That's absurd. Oh, really? So do we take it that you're now going to accuse this vulnerable, young and beautiful woman of mischief? What? No. We're accusing her of murder. This cannot be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. But we see that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. A handbag, you say, which could contain a gun? Yes, Your Excellency, a small handheld pouch commonly carried by well-to-do women in England. So, the beautiful lady has very graciously explained how and why she removed the glass from the scene now. However, the fact remains this glass has absolutely no bearing on the case. Really? The student had been trying to confuse the court with logical reasoning, but in the end, it comes to nothing. No more pretentious accusations. You have wasted enough time already. Indeed, the lady had offered a satisfactory explanation as to why she removed this glass. I think, henceforth, we can consider the matter to have no bearing on this case. Objection? Counsel for the defense. Are you in agreement? No. Well, I don't know, really. I know, if you want to pursue this matter further, we're going to need to show that it has some deeper significance. Yes, you're right. So she took the glass away in her handbag. There's a deeper significance here. Is that there's a handbag? Wait, this lady put the glass in her handbag, you say? Yes, do try to keep up. It's already been explained to the court that all English gentlewomen carry handbags for small items. Let me see. A little while ago, Miss Brett stated the following. There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. But what she forgot to mention was her handbag, in which it could be perfectly possible to conceal a gun. You're right. Judge, keep up. Well done, partner. I have a feeling you'd pick up on that. So if I didn't say anything, you're not gonna say anything? Okay. What are you insinuating, you vile blackguard? Why do you keep on calling me that? It's really very simple. The gunshot was heard when the defendants picked up the gun from the restaurant floor. As he didn't fire the gun, we can deduce there must have been another firearm at the scene. The true murdered weapon, if you will. You can't seriously be suggesting? Inspector Hoso. Yes? Did you not see Miss Giselle Brett's handbag on the day of the murder? No, sir, I did not. As I thought. In other words, another gun, the one that was actually used to kill the professor, could have been hidden in Miss Brett's handbag. Wait. Order! 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 What is the meaning of this, Inspector? The meaning of what, Prosecutor Ouchie? Why on earth did you not have the ladies open her handbag and show you the content at the time? Thanks to your buggling incompetence, now she has to endure these uncomfortable accusations. Brilliant work, partner. Thank you, partner. Now we have a chance to expose the real woman behind the mask. Do you think so, Kazuma? It's only been half an hour. No. Oh my god. Well, what a sorry situation. Clearly, you have no faith in the police. As I said, I did not search a lady's handbag after the shooting. Simply because I have the handbag. Oh, it was unnecessary. Unnecessary in what way? I ought to thank the student lawyer, really. I have a piece of evidence here that I have completely forgotten about. Sure, man. This photographic prints. Oh. This print is of a photograph that I thought would be prudent to take immediately after the shooting. What's all on his wrist? As you can see, it clearly shows Miss Brett's handbag. Well, I never. You can see right through to what's inside. That's right. Apparently, mesh work bags like these are the height of fashion in London at the moment. So the contents are clearly visible. Exactly. So there were no need to search a lady's handbag. If there had been a hidden gun inside, it would have been immediately obvious. That's true. As you can see, there's nothing to imply Miss Pratt's guilt here. Thank you for helping to prove that. Order! Order! Inspector Hono, will you submit this print as evidence? You will submit this print as evidence at once. Certainly, Your Excellency. Okay, taken by Hono. A Hoso. I think you've had long enough to cross-examine the witness, Counsel. Wait, don't. Come on, the court has now been shown considerable evidence. As a photographic print just submitted into the court's record appeared to have no further significance. Wait, objection! Wait. I am satisfied that there is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must take my ruling. Wait. Indeed. And there is only one logical conclusion. That the pathetic rookie slumped over the bench before us is the only possible perpetrator of the crime. Kazuma, help! No. Just when I thought I was beginning to turn things around, I'm at the worse situation than I was at the start. Kazuma, no! Kazuma, no! I'm so sorry. No! Now that a cross-examination of the witness is over. Wait. How about this? Don't, come on. What? No! I must say, you put up quite a fight for a rookie student, but a weak are meat, while the strong eat. You are wasting your time. There is no way to defend true justice. Bam! I fact that you can chew on your heart's content from the inside of your cell. This can't be happening. Am I really going to be found guilty of the crime that I didn't commit? And Kazuma, no, Kazuma! His dream of going to study in Great Britain will slip through his fingers. No, for our partner, Kazuma. What? Is there really no chance now of turning this trial around? You heard the judge. There is nothing about the last photograph the detective pronounced that we can contest. Which means there's no basis on which we can argue for the trial to continue. Come on. Very well. I will now proceed immediately to the ruling. It seems we'll be able to report to the British government on time after all. Wait. That smug little... You tell him. Oh no, having considered all of the evidence placed before me, I...
Yes!
No. Yes! You did great. Wait, Your Excellency! Escape. I don't think you can rule on this case yet.
Objection!
This amateurish is getting tedious. When His Excellency deemed this trial is over, he gives his ruling. This is the most basic protocol of the courtroom.
Yes!
Your Excellency, just a moment ago you said this. As a photographic print just submitted appears to have no further significance. There is no longer any room for doubt in this matter, and I must take my ruling. Now, that means that if there was a problem with the evidence, some significant detail, the ruling of the case at this time will be out of the question. Yes, you tell him. This is a blatant straw clutching. Look at this photographic print. All it shows is a handbag the gentlewoman was carrying on the day in question. There can be no problem with this evidence. You better know what you're doing, Minuski. Trust me, partner. I understand your objection, Counsel. Certainly, the new evidence submitted by the detective has not undergone the court's scrutiny. However, I fail to see how we can glean any new information from this handbook. Oh. My stop exactly. Wait, the prosecutor is becoming tired of Miss Rookie's desperate wheezes. Yes, I'm desperate. But this isn't a wheeze. There's something about this photograph which does not seem right if I could put my finger on it. Very well, I'll grant the defense. Oh no, one final opportunity. What? But be warned. Oh no, if I'm not satisfied by your response here, the trial will be over with immediate effect. Oh. Do I make myself clear? Oh my god, how do I say it? Yes, you can. I'm weak. I shall say. Wait, can I not say? Say? Yes. Okay, now let's go back. Yes, Your Excellency. So, take another look at the photograph and print Inspector Hoso submitted before. Identify the for wearing this print was significant in detail. Oh wait, is that the hand placed on the plate on the stick, maybe? Well, I still have 5 chances.
Yes!
Yes! Look at this here. There's a very unusual mark on the victim's wrist. That's true. It looks almost like a burn of some description.
Objection!
Dear me, I was counting when you would come out with a burn, you say, on the victim's wrist. Clearly that has nothing whatsoever to do with the magnificent lady's handbag. Yes, that is a burn mark. You're right. Go on, Inspector. The police coroner also noticed that when he was performing the post-mortem examination, it was seen unrelated to the cause of death, so he didn't note it in his report. Oh, thanks. What did I tell you? In any case, we had no idea whether the victim suffered this burn injury, and no possible way of knowing either. The more I look at it, the more I find myself intrigued by the curious shape of this mark. However, as Prosecutor Ouchie points out, unless a firm connection to this case can be shown, I cannot allow any further time to be spent on this precise detail of this burn. We can do it! Excuse me, Your Excellency. They received Miss Brett has a lunch appointment with the Dean and other universities. Oh, come on. She would like to know if she may be excused from the stand now. Hey! Is she ready away? Oh, of course, dear lady. We shan't hold you up any longer. I'm quite sure His Excellency is about to give his final ruling anyway. Judge? What's your thinking on this, Whiskey? Trust because you love? Do you believe this burn does have something to do with this? Of course, to be honest. Bro, if I don't keep on pushing, then this is all over. So I was thinking I should keep digging and digging, in the hope that I might uncover something useful. That's not a really good strategy. Yes, you're right. I am? Oh god. If we can just link a burn to this case, then we can do that. We might be able to press the shuttering door back open again. We can do it. Just give up, Consul. You can't possibly hope to do that. Indeed, I'm afraid that without evidence, I cannot allow you to pursue with this little more than conjecture. But if you have evidence that you irrefutably link the burn on the victim's wrist to this case, then will you allow it? I would, yes. Thank you, Judge. To tell the truth, I haven't noticed that burn. As soon as you pointed out, what I did notice was a color draining from Miss Brett's face. Really? Yeah, really? I have to find some link between the burn and this case. Wait. Let me check on the photo again. Not this one. Not this one. Maybe this one. Yeah, it's from this. Okay, let's go back. It's time to find some evidence of proof. Yes, we have it. So then the defendants will now present its evidence to the courts. The evidence that demonstrates an inextricable connection between the victim's burn and his child. This one.
Yes!
What's this, console? Yet another print? No, it's the same print. Yes, Your Excellency, I believe photographic prints are an amazing invention. When we human look at a scene, we miss things. But in a photograph, things we may have overlooked at the time are recorded forevermore. Do hurry up, Rookie. What are you trying to say? To inconvenience this poor lady any further really would be quite inexcusable. Actually, we may need you to stay with us a little longer, if you don't mind, Miss Brett. Murderer. You see, it's very clearly visible in this other photograph. How did the victim come to have this unusually shaped burn on his wrist? The reason is recorded here forevermore. What? How?
Objection!
You can't fool me with your little bluffs, boy. If that's your game, then let's see how it plays out. Show the court exactly what you mean. What is it in this photograph that explains the reason for the victim's burn? Well, it's this.
Yes!
The beefsteak? Actually, the point is the metal plate the steak was served on. The plate? Your Excellency, are you alright? As you can see, there's an envelope on the plate. I would guess it is some sort of trademark of the Larcana Bell. The emblem on the plate. This emblem on the plate. And the victim's burn are the exact same shape. Yuski, you genius. Yes, partner, thank you. You're spot on. Which means the victim must have suffered this burn while he was present at the restaurant.
Objection!
But even if that's the case, we can't know if it happened on the day in question or not. It could have been the day before or the day before that, and most likely it happened at some other unrelated time. Well,
Objection!
Sadly, Prosecutor Aoshi, the chances of that are extremely slim. Thanks. Why? The outline of the burn is clearly discernible. Such a serious injury would have caused quite a commotion in the restaurant. Do you agree, Inspector Hostel? I can't imagine having missed such a terrible disaster, certainly. I would say, looking at the picture of the wound, that it wasn't suffered very long ago, and although it's not a particularly large burn, it's extremely well defined, as the defense just pointed out. This was no mild burn, that's for sure. Can you be more specific, Inspector? Well, let's see. If the plate was at around 90 degrees centigrade, a burn like that would have taken around 3 seconds. It's inconceivable that the victim wouldn't have let out a scream of pain then. I've been investigating at the restaurant for several weeks already, but I've not heard anyone scream at all. As the head leader of La Carnival, I can testify to that without hesitation. But you're a detective, not a waiter!
Yes! There
you have it, something isn't right here. As a detective said. Anyone who burns themselves on a piping hot plate for a 3 whole seconds will scream in pain. There's no question of that. And yet Inspector Holstone never heard a professor scream, not on a day or any before it. That's right, and the strange thing is, on the day he was shot, I didn't hear him cry out either. What are you suggesting? He was burned after he died. Well, if the professor had carelessly laid his wrist on the plate for anything like that for 3 seconds that day, it would be beyond careless, I think, Consul. Then the rest of us in the restaurant, myself, the surgeon, and the old antique dealer, all of us would, without any question, have heard him scream. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor Ouchie? Well, yes, I suppose. So the question is, why didn't a single person hear Dr. Wilson scream? I almost don't believe it. Newski, do you think? Could it really be true? I never dreamt we'd arrive at a conclusion like this, but I'm starting to think that maybe... What? We've been led into a terrible trap! There's only one explanation I can think of to make sense of this apparent impossibility. On the day in question, when he suffered a burn to his wrist, Dr. Wilson was already deceased. No man could remain silent when his wrist was burning on a piping hot plate for 3 whole seconds. I want to stay. It's clearly impossible, apart from in one particular situation. Consul, are you suggesting? Yes, it's only possible if the man was already dead. Already? Dead? Knowing what we know now is the only possible explanation. When the beefsteak was brought to Dr. Wilson's table that day, the professor was already dead. Well, the steak wasn't brought to him though. Why was it in front of him? Confusing. That's madness! Order, please! Consul, explain this absurd notion at once! The victim was killed by a gunshot! That's right! That's absolutely right, Your Excellency! Or was he poisoned? This is just another ridiculous ploy by the rookie student, but clearly he has no grasp of the facts.
Objection!
No, Prosecutor Ouchie, it is you who had no grasp of the facts. I beg your pardon? As soon as it became apparent that the victim had suffered a burn while at the restaurant, this whole case was turned upside down. Or have you not grasped that yet? You tell them, Your Excellency, this court must hear from the witness again. It is true, as now we believe that the victim was already dead before the gunshot was heard. It is highly likely that Miss Brett knows something about it. Or she did it. Incredible. I certainly didn't anticipate this twist of events. I'm sorry to say, Miss Brett, that you will have to forget your lunch engagement. But, Your Excellency, the justice system in our country may be in its infancy, but rest assured, all reasonable doubt must be dispelled before I'm prepared to pass judgment. Thank you, Your Excellency. Don't run away. Yeah, that smile. What was that smile? Yes, of course. I mean, I'd be delighted to help. Especially if it helps the relation between my country and yours. Yeah. Ah, Miss Brett! You speak Japanese? Well, of course I do. I'm studying your country after all. But then why have you been speaking through an interpreter until now? It's fancier that way. My mother tongue, the Queen's English, is the most refined and elegant language in the world. I don't know British accent. As a gentlewoman, I'll try to avoid speaking in your vulgar tones as much. Oh, wow. Thanks. But it seems the men in this land possess none of the chivalrous virtue of English gentlemen. Oh my god. So I can see that I shall have to lower myself to communicate with you all on your own level. Oh, well, you're the epitome of our true English gentlewomen. We're truly honored by this lavish consideration you so gracefully afford us. I see. In that case, Miss Brett, I will now ask you to testify in your own words about the events leading up to the death of the victim, Dr. Wilson, which you killed. So, we're finally going to hear her own words on the matter. Things are getting interesting, Nusuke. Yes, Kazuma. Unfortunately, I have no idea when the poor man burned his breast like that. When the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I raised our glass in a toast. As far as I heard, the post-mortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot. There is some other way a man's life can be taken without leaving a trace. Please, do show me. But of course, this country's inferior investigative techniques probably won't pick up on it anyways. Oh, your arrogance gonna kill you. That's most captivating and beautiful testimony will go down the Supreme Court's history. Thank you. Really, Judge? Easy does it. I hope that this is the last time I'll have to sully up my lips with the coarse tones of your unbecoming tongue. Oh, forgive me. I do hope I haven't insulted anyone. Not at all, not at all. It's a delight merely to hear you speak, dear lady. And it seems very clear from your testimony that this boorish talk of the victim's burn is utterly irrelevant. I will be speaking to your country's Minister of Justice about what happened here today. The Minister of Justice? May that irritating little bully of a student be given the harshest punishment possible. Amen. Huh? Thanks? Was that a prayer then? Well, you have to forgive the irritation, Miss Pratt. I'm putting up with a cross-examination now. Yes, tell her, Kazuma. I expect you to notice that little bully of a student, as you put it. Doesn't miss much, yes. Murderer. I'm sure I didn't need to remind you, Counsel, that this will be your final cross-examination in this trial. I doubt that. If you fail to demonstrate any problem with this witness testimony, you're dead. I'll be ruling on the case immediately. Is that clear? Sounds familiar. Yes. Yes, Your Excellency. Then you may proceed with the cross-examination. Let's go. Let's murder this woman. Oppress. Unfortunately,
Yes!
But his hand was on the steering hot plate for at least 3 whole seconds. You cannot have noticed. Do you think so? Let me ask you something. Sorry. Ever since I read at his courtroom, and even still now, the fire on those unsightly black trousers of yours have been by the... Oh no. You cannot... Oh no. Huh? What? Oh no. Why were you looking? Haha! What fun! You haven't realized You'd embarrass me as well as yourself. No, Katsuma! Why didn't you tell me? Dr. Bioso was a true English gentleman. You chose the honorable silence over a vulgar speech. Can your tiny brains imagine such a thing? Oh yes, I think my tiny brain.
Yes!
Well, I can't. Anyway. With the waiter brought my steak, the professor and I placed our glasses in a toast.
Yes!
As you testified before, you were drinking carbonated water, is that right? Poison carbonated water. Dr. Wilson was only permitted to drink water at a time, if you remember, which explains why he ordered that drink. Correct, waiter? Exactly as you said, sir. Although, whether or not the professor actually drank any of the water when I delivered the steak to the table, I'm afraid I do not remember that. Damn you! I have nothing English to understand that, at least, but a benefit of other in the court, it means, bless you. I think it means the exact opposite. Anyway, as far as I heard, the postmortem report showed no other possible cause of death besides the gunshot.
Yes!
Yes, it's written here in the paperwork. Fatal hemorrhage from ballistic trauma. Yes. Luckily for all of us, a little burn on the wrist isn't going to kill us. And as there were no other sign of trauma on the victim's body to indicate some other cause of death, it can only have been the bullet from your gun that put an end to this innocent man's life. But it doesn't make sense. The burn must have happened straight away when the plate was first brought to the table by the waiter. Yes, that's true. If it had been cooled even slightly, it wouldn't have been able to make a burn like that. And if the victim burned his wrist on hot plate as soon as it was brought out from the kitchen, then he must have already been dead at that point.
Objection!
And yes, the fact that the victim was killed by a gunshot to the chest, or was it? Until you were able to show the court evidence to disprove that this is a complete waste of time. I concur. Prosecutor Aoki is right. If there's some other way a man's life could have been taken without leaving a trace, please do show me.
Yes!
I'll show her eventually. Without leaving a trace. You mean poison? If someone is shot, or strangled, or stabbed, or thrown from a height, however a person's life is taken, there are always tellable traces on the body. Quite right, dear lady. And as our police force has thoroughly examined the body of the deceased, there can be no doubt. Isn't that right, Inspector Hossa? As I've said, I've always aimed for a flawless investigation. And you failed. There will be a physical trace with all those cases of death. That's true. But maybe there's some other way of killing someone that does not leave the body. Heaven forbid you doubt me, young man. You're going to have to tell everyone how exactly you think Professor didn't lose his life. Otherwise, I'm afraid your argument falls rather flat, doesn't it? Oh no, here's your thought, calling such a sweet young lady's innocence into question. On my honor, I, Aoki, will cut down anyone who dared to cut such aspersions. A way of killing someone that leaves no trace. There's no evidence. I don't even have any evidence. Shortly after two. Fatal. Is it gonna be about the bullet didn't pass through the body? Yes, evidence that we don't have. But of course, Miss Connor's inferior investigative technique probably wouldn't pick up on it anyways.
Yes!
Inferior? What do you mean by by that? Oh no, you're digging a hole for yourself, Miss Brett. In the land of the Great British Empire, the police store everything found at a crime scene for later examination. But in this country, you investigate once, and then that's the end of it. Isn't that so? Quite right! La Caramel is open for business as usual today, just days after the incident, he said so proudly. Exactly, which means that even if the investigation takes a different direction... oh my god, I'm scared. Final evidence may be lost. Are you trying to say something? It doesn't even look hard to your native detectives who try to preserve the crime scene. I'm trying to be as tactful about this as I can, you understand? Aha! A killer's blow. This lady is as formidable as she is beautiful. Amazing. It's actually amazing. Our police may be flawed. Perhaps Prosecutor Ouchie is finally starting to see sense. I much doubt that. Still, there's something about that misread story. Or what about what Mr. Wholesome tried to say? Do you want to report? I think you want to say something. What do you think? Are you scared? I think it is going terribly. No matter how much I press it, I'm not turning up any new information. Yes, as I suspected, she's a top witness. For a murder, we need to find a way to break her testimony, or the cross-examination will be over. But that will mean I have to find a way. There must be some clue somewhere to help us find a chink in her armor. Kazuma. What, you missed it? There is something that I noticed. Something that has been bothering me. Bothering you? You mean the speech bubble? You mean about Miss Brett? Actually, no. About the person standing next to her, Inspector Hoso. Detective? Yes, he seems to react a little strangely to Miss Brett's last statement. That he's dying. I was wondering if it might be significant, if it might present an opening. Alright, I have an idea. Try pressing her on that last statement one more time, if you think so. But this time, instead of targeting the woman herself, let's see what we can get out of the detective. Alright then, I wonder what the president is thinking. I'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Was the president's brag on her last statement again? Let's go! Yeah. Wait. What do you think? No. Let's go back. I forgot to press. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no. Please, go back. Let's go. Remember to press.
Yes! Wait.
What did it do? Holy chief for that. There is it again. The detective's reaction is the same as before. Why? Up until now, the detective had been in the stand with Miss Brett as their interpreter. But things are very different now. For this testimony, the detective is just listening to what the Englishwoman has to say. That could be a golden opportunity. What do you mean? When people are actually testifying, they are usually very careful not to let anything slip. However, when they're listening to someone else speak, you'll find they often let their guard down. He slipped twice at the exact same second. You're right, look at him. He's about to lose his own thought. Interesting. Joanne! It's time to pursue the man and his train of thought. Sorry? Pursue? I'll explain how to do it now, Yusuke. It's all to do with a witness marker. What marker? A speech bubble? At the moment, we're focusing on this part. Who is the person actually making the current statement? By moving the marker left and right, which is, you can turn your attention to other people instead. While you're looking at other witnesses, you'll be able to pursue them with A. Okay, if you can catch a person just for the right time, you might uncover something interesting. If you ever notice a strange atmosphere among the people on the stand, take a good look around. Alright then, so first I should move my marker around. Let's go! Obviously.
Wait.
Moving. Go. Okay, yeah.
Excuse me.
Excuse me? What's the meaning of this? What the hell? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to shock you. He really was lost in his thoughts deeply. It looks like you were thinking something just now, Inspector. Perhaps having heard what that lady next to you had to say. If there's something you'd like to say, please share with the court.
Objection!
What is the meaning of this? It's like playing like woman who's testifying in the moment. If you can't find fault in the testimony, then the cross-examination should be over immediately.
Oh, is that how it works? Absolutely not. The detective is in the stand, which makes him a valid witness. Oh, you probably regret that. Yes, not to mention the fact that he's intimately involved in this case. The inspector also. Yes? Do you have something to add in relation to the statement just made by Miss Pratt? Oh no, Miss Pratt is gonna kill him. Well, yes, if you don't mind, I would like to speak. The lady is right. Our country's police practices are not as modern as those used in Great Britain. Which is why I, also, always strive to make every investigation I'm involved in flawless. You're doing a terrible job. What do you really mean by that? I'll tell you what I mean. I won't have evidence lacking on my watch. I'm not afraid to take everything I can from the scene of the crime. It's preserving evidence, you see. His shoulder. I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief. I'm not ashamed of what I've done. Yes, you do it, Hoso. A crime scene thief. Well, it looks like the lady's remark touched a nerve there. Take this, for example. Huh? This is a bottle of carbonated water I took from the victim's table on the day of question. And yes, it lost all its fuzz, and had been opened 3 days ago now. But it was carbonated water. I don't care what everyone said. Yes, there's some left in the bottle. I can see it. One day our police force will be among the best in the world. The time is coming, I guarantee it. I can't say I condone the witness' actions, but I do understand the sentiment. The court will accept the glass bottle of water as evidence. Thank you. Well, to prove our theory of poison water, we'll just have to drink it then. I see. Miss Brett, can you confirm this is indeed the bottle from which you drank on the day of the victim's death? Why would you say that? Yes, it was the bottle. What was that about? She seemed to avert her eyes when she answered the judge's question. Very well, counsel, you may resume the cross-examination. And the inspector will kindly control his fervor? Ahem. Unfortunately, I had no idea when the poor man burned his wrist like that. Okay, is that a thing? Yeah, it's the same. Conversation, proportional question, or possible. Okay, is it this one? Report for help? The bottle! Let's see. A label is written in a foreign language I don't recognize. Do you know what it says, could you not? I think it's French. It must be very expensive water. Yes, but what does it say? That's what I'm asking. Unfortunately. Thanks, Kazuma. I guess that you don't know. I don't see anything. Is that gonna be the label again? So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely perished. Don't. I'll just have a sip of this to keep me going. It's 3-day-old poison water. No, you stupid. You can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh, no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? And ever since you made me your mistake, in more ways than one. I know. I'm not away. I wonder. Because I can't anything in this water. What's the matter? You're going quiet all of a sudden. I think I might have just wrote something out. An interesting possibility. What do we do? Pour something? Do we pour something out? Okay, maybe we present.
Yes!
Oh no, the steam is clearly hot. Oh no, the music didn't stop. What appears to be odd is the way you're presenting yourself. Oh no. Pay no attention, Your Excellency, please. I should have. Oh, please. So, can't keep your hands up. As far as I've heard, the performance will show you all the fun. Oh, this is the one. Wait, is that the one we just pressed? Oh wait, that's the one we... Oh yeah, hold on. Oh, this is the one we presented.
Yes!
Yes. What is this? The butt of water? Actually, there's one more method of killing a man without leaving a trace that comes to mind. You look nervous under that hat. Obviously, I'm referring to poison. Poison? She is a medical school student. On the day of his death, we know that Dr. Wilson drank from his bottle of carbonated water. Could it be that there was poison inside? As she took the glass. Could it be that the professor actually died after taking a sip from his glass? Order, order, order! And on that day, who was sitting at the same table as the professor and able to slip poison into his drink? It was you. There was the only person who could possibly have done it. Brett, it was you. Time for you.
Objection!
This is outrageous to suggest such a thing without a scrap of evidence. You little rookie imbecile! Have you ever considered the delicate situation of our country's finest up now? Have you forgotten that we have only just signed an accord of friendship with the British Empire? Have you ever the vaguest inkling of your rash accusation could jeopardize the entire...
Objection!
This is not a political arena. This is a trial to determine one individual skill with respect to one crime. Yes. The fact that this woman is British made no difference. We're here to determine the truth. If I may say,
I will silence you forever for this disgrace.
oh,
It is you who should be silent. Of course. Dear lady!
where did that come from?
She just snapped.
Yes. You're gonna enter second phrase now. I'm afraid I may have spoken unfairly before. I offer my most humble apologies. I'm sorry, my lady. To what are you referring to? I describe your police force as inferior. But no matter how inferior they may be, you still investigated this particular point thoroughly, I believe. The bottle, I mean, Inspector, and whether it contained poison or not. Of course.
It was in a glass.
You did? Have you forgotten what my guiding principle is already? I'm relentless. I strive for a flawless investigation every time. I don't believe it. Naturally, we tested the inside of the bottle and its contents. What did you find, Inspector? I ordered tests from every toxin that is available in this country at this present time. We could find no trace of poison of any description in the bottle of carbonated water, Your Excellency. What? Are you sure? The test was meticulously carried out by the chief coroner himself.
No!
I'm very grateful for all you Japanese. You've successfully established my complete innocence in this horrid affair. Thank you.
But of course, dear lady, the pleasure was all ours.
Renewski's dead. Kazuma's also dead. Everything falls into place if he was poisoned. Thank you, Consul. I think that cross-examination had clarified everything. As the prosecution had observed, a shot to the chest from a gun is the only conceived cause of death. Furthermore, oh no, the accused, who by his own admission was holding this weapon, is the only possible culprit. I'm done for. The court wishes to apologize for this great inconvenience I had caused you, Miss Brett. Oh no, I'm just glad the matter is resolved. Before proceeding, I must ask the consul for the defense. Do you have any further new evidence to present to the court at this point?
Yes, we do. The glass.
Kazuma? Kazuma, please? I'm sorry, no! Oh well, if you accuse me now, I really must be leaving. Don't let her run away! Don't let her escape!
Hold it!
Girlfriend! Please wait! Isn't that... What is the meaning of this?
Forgive me for intruding this court proceeding, Your Excellency. Oh my god. Sasato Mikotoba, Judicial Assistant to the Defense. Mikotoba. In my darkest hour, with nowhere left to go, she appeared like a bolt of lightning. Ah, my girlfriend, my wifey. And in her hand, she carried a small package, wrapped in a furoshiki cloth. We're all gonna squeeze in a little stand. Oh, it's another part. Wow, this is a long case. Oh wow.
Well, that was really fun. I'm going to save and rest a little bit. This part is only an hour and a half long. I really want to finish this case. I'm gonna rest and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna finish this today. But yeah, that's me for now. Thanks.